All right, in our labs, you're obviously all still under the Emory Honor Code, which I think you all understand means not to share answers or help each other during quizzes and tests. But more so, I wanted to talk about the honor code and plagiarism. So your work should be your own, what you write in your lab notebook, what you turn in for individual homework assignments, for your scientific posters, that should all be entirely in your own wording unless it specifically states that you should collaborate with others for it. This includes making your own graphs and images and analyzing the data yourselves. You're always welcome to discuss it if you don't understand and help each other out that way, but when you actually are going to turn something in, make sure that all the work is yours. Now, that's pretty clear for exams and quizzes, but plagiarism can get muddy because it's not always clear where you've crossed the line into plagiarism. So I like to make two suggestions to separate yourself from somebody else's work, both in terms of time and in terms of space. So if, say, you're working on a scientific poster and you're discussing it with your lab mates, then after you discuss it, don't immediately go and start writing your poster. Give yourself a little time. Talk to your lab mates the day before you're going to start writing. If they're actually showing you, say, a graph that they made, look at that graph and don't immediately start making your own, but put it down, and the next day or a few hours later, then go and make the graph yourself. That makes it much harder for you to accidentally plagiarize somebody else's work. Similarly, separate yourself from other people's work by space as well. So if, for example, you've been reading a primary scientific article and you're going to reference it, if it's sitting next to you as you're writing your poster, it can be very easy to glance over and pick up a lot of the same phrases that they're using in that paper rather than putting it in your actual own words. So to avoid that potential problem, I recommend not having anybody else's work next to you while you're doing your writing as well, and that should help avoid accidental plagiarism. So just keep these things in mind. We're happy to have you talk to each other and help each other out. We want this to be a collaborative lab community, but when you actually go to do your homework assignments, make sure that you're not sitting next to somebody while you're both writing at the same time or sitting with somebody's paper in front of you writing. Please avoid any accidental plagiarism in that way.